at you. So this week I'm going to show you a couple of things that I've been toying with. Weeks ago I showed you that I was trying to make something, and it was this here, which is the Nightcrawler bath, which just about everybody guessed. But the thing I was trying to do with it, and here I just got some extra lighting, you know, and I was trying to make them bath all over the place. This is just like a cutout. This whole scene is inspired by the Uncanny X-Force comics, and then I aim this light into it to give it more of a blue hue. So I'm going to turn these off now though, because the batteries go dead pretty quick. Yeah, but so what I was trying to do with it is, I don't know if you could tell or not, but I put the hot glue around it because I wanted to make it more than just a piece of cotton, you know, that I painted. I wanted to make it look like there was effects going through it. And let me just show you. I got a bath here, Nightcrawler, somewhere. I don't know where I put it now, but I cut this out, and that's that. But you could see there's like lines going through it. It's not just a cloud of smoke. There's like effects going through it also. So that's what I was going with the hot glue. It didn't turn out exactly as I wanted. And I also wanted to make it so it was posable. Now a couple guys told me to use twist ties in there and it would work better. And I think that's a good idea. I might try that. But I like how it came out. It didn't come out exactly like I wanted. But I think adding this blue light to it gives it a nice little, it gives more to it, you know. So, and you can move that cotton around and it does look good. And I just got it held up by a fence tie back there. So yeah, and just a little backstory. So in the X-Force comics, you know, they're in like the Age of Apocalypse and everything, and so Nightcrawler is, you know, that's why I put this here saying it can't be you, Wolverine, you're dead. And then, you know, Wolverine's trying not to hurt him, but he's, you know, all over the place. He's beating the shit out of the rest of his team, and you know, that's why I put that, because Wolverine can't believe that he's seeing the Elf alive and stuff. So if you read the comics, you'll get this little scene. You know, a few people might see this and be like, what the hell is he trying to do? But anyways, that's what's going on with that. So yeah, if you want to see how I made that, I didn't really do much more to it except for add a little bit more paint since the trial and error video. But yeah, so if you want to see how I made that, that's all it is. And all it is cotton with hot glue wrapped around it and painted, spray painted with purple. That's it. The other thing I'm going to show you this week is the Optic Blast for Cyclops. So my man Configure asked about it, said he liked it in my last video, and so I'm going to show you how to make that one. It's really simple, and right now it's going to fall down, see, but usually I hold it up with some wax on the back right there, and I put it in the Cyclops Optic visor or whatever. Okay, so materials we're going to need to make the Optic Blast. Glue gun, and I keep getting asked about this glue gun, and this is a glue gun mini high temp, 120 volt. Alright, I have no idea. Oh, it's a Craftsman. Alright, and I got this from a dollar store. Either the dollar store or Michael's craft store. I can't remember which one, but it was mad cheap. It wasn't more than $3. And then I used the mini glue sticks for it. Alright. The fabric paint, once again, so it makes more of a glowing effect through the paint. Get this from Walmart once again. And I'm going to put some white highlights through it. Paintbrush, you know, cheap one. And then twist ties. I got my bag of twist ties. And that's all you're going to need to make the Optic Blast. And I'll come back in a minute and start making it, waiting for the glue gun to heat up. Okay, so what I got is a long twist tie. It's pretty long, right? And I try to get it as straight as I can. And of course, you know how hard it is to get the twist ties straight, but the straighter the better for this one. Anyways, and then bend it right in the middle and make it a double bend. So you have like a U with equal length on each side. So can you see that? Alright. Try to get that even more straight on there. So like I said, now I got the U. Now I'm going to kind of hold it close together. Push it together at first. And I'm just going to start hot gluing. There we go. Hot gluing around the edges. And filling in the middle. And while I'm doing this, I'm going to rotate it every once in a while so the glue stays on the top. Oh, I need another glue stick. Make it nice and thick. Now, this isn't going to be a smooth optic blast. This is going to be like the energy flowing through it. Just keep moving it around. Let it dry for a second. So you got your base. Now, there is a way to make the smooth one also, and I'll show you that in just a minute. But I don't like it like that. I like it, the energy flowing. So here, I'm going to go down here. We're going. Spin it. I'm going to speed this video up too, because it's going to take mad long. And just keep filling in where the holes are. You're going to get holes every once in a while. Alright, let that dry for just a second. I'm not all the way through with it yet, but fill in the holes every once in a while. And it's okay to make it sloppy. I mean, this isn't going to be a flowing blast. This is going to be pure energy blast, so the sloppier the better. If you're using the mini glue gun, you're going to go through about 2 to 3 glue sticks. When you get down to the bottom, it gets easier. Just keeping it all in one place at the top, that's hard. Just remember to keep spinning every once in a while, otherwise you'll lose all your glue. Okay, that's it. And then, careful you don't get it on your fingers, because it's still going to be hot. Spread the tie a little bit. Not too much that you lose the glue. Just enough. See how it gets smoother there when you spread the tie? That's how you make a full smooth one. You would just keep the tie close together the whole time, put the glue through it, and then spread the twist tie. So I'm just going to wait for this to dry now. I might fill in a couple more spots like right there with glue, and then I'm going to paint it. Yeah, and as far as the end too, if you want to bring it where it looks like a blast, you know, you would just make your lines coming off of it, hold the gun there for a minute, and then wrap. So I'd bring a ray off, hold for a second, wrap, and just keep doing that, and then pull it with the tip of your gun, and it'll look like a blast effect at the end. Hold for a second, wrap. That's it. And there's a bunch of other techniques, so now you can kind of see it's kind of looking like a blast effect at the end of it. And then you could cut it with scissors and all that and make it look however you want. So, alright, so now I got as much glue on it as I want. So now what I'm going to do right before I paint it is I'm going to trim it up and I'm going to pull apart a little bit more. Now it's completely dry. So if you pull apart a little bit, see, you're going to start getting the frayed edge, and this is completely bendable too. I mean, you can have it going however you want, but this I'm going to push together a little bit more. So I'm going to start shaping it, in other words. Pull it apart as much as I can. I don't like how this is too high right here, so I'm going to trim that off with my scissors. That's all. And then flatten it out. Now, as for the painting, I'm using the red tulip stick. Shake it up. And I don't even need a paint cup for this one. What I'm going to do is I'm just going to put some of the paint right on there. Layer it on. Not too thick, but... And then I'm just going to take my paintbrush, spread it out. It's kind of like a dry brush technique almost. You don't want to glob the paint on too heavy because then it won't look like see-through and, you know, transparent. That's what I wanted to say. It won't look transparent, and that's what I'm going for. I want to get a transparent look to it. So if you do get too much paint on there, just, you know, I got a rag underneath here, and I'm just going to dab it a little bit because I put a little bit too much. And there it is. Alright, now I'm just going to do the other side so I don't have the metal look from the... And I'm going to do a lot less on this side too. The metal look from the twist tie, that's what I want to say. Spread out because I already got some paint on my brush. Make sure I get the edges because I don't want that metal look coming through from the twist. I have to go through and touch it up here and there. This one I kind of left gaping holes. See, you can see a piece of it fell off right there. So what I'll do is I'll just put some more glue on it, and actually this helps to make it look transparent too. I'll add a little bit more glue in the spots that I need, and then maybe put some more paint on it, or maybe even just leave it with the glue like that. So, and you can go as heavy or as light as you want with the glue and with the paint, and, you know, just play around with it the way you like it. You know, it doesn't have to be any certain way. I mean, the comics always had it all different. So I got it painted all red, and it's pretty much dry. I'm just going to add a couple white highlights through it, and I'm just going to dab a couple drops of white paint throughout it. That's it. I still got red on my brush a little bit so it blends it, and I'm just going to push it through. That's it. You can add other colors too, orange or a blue, or it all depends on how you want it to look. So that's it. And I don't know if my camera's going to pick it up, but I'm going to let it dry a little bit more, and then I'm going to put it on a Cyclops figure. So now I just got it standing up with this right now because it will fall down, and it's about to fall down right now, but just want to give you a quick view of it. So there's the final product, and it's all about balance now. So I have it balancing on the tip of Cyclops' nose and on Wolverine's claws, and that's just an extra effect I put on there too. And then I shine light through it differently just to see how it affects it. Like, this is a red light, and I like that, how it's like shining off of his head. You know, and I'll put it through the bottom of it just to see how it's going to look. So you can see it's still transparent and everything. It's still bendable because I don't like how I did this at the end right here. It's too much, so I'm going to bend that before I use it again. And then I have my other one here, so you can add on more to it if you want, make it even longer. And you won't have any dips in it or anything like that, like when you use paper and stuff. So yeah, it's not being held up by anything but the balance. So I want to thank Configure for asking for this video. That's the reason I made it. He asked how I made it, and now I'm showing. So if you guys ever have a request of how I make something, feel free to ask, and I'll make a video about it. Next week there won't be any show. You'll see a tournament entry video for me, so look out for that. And that's about it, guys. Alright, peace.